I forgot to unmute. I started yapping and I forgot to unmute. Um, thank God no one had to hear my awful French in the beginning in that case. I kid. I said like, maybe baguette, whatever. Um, but anyways, I was saying I made the whole community note. I end up playing a totally different game, which is funny, but very typical of me. But yeah, short stream, probably. I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna finish the demo today. I'm not sure. Um, I don't know if I'll finish the demo on stream at all. It depends on the vibes. I don't know, I stream off of vibes. But anyways, before I switch scenes, I'm cold and I'm gonna get underneath my blanket because I think that is just simply how this game should be played, and that's it. And then I have to send out the link, which is see chat right at 1, so I'm assuming that someone's already in here. Who is in here? I smell you. I smell you. I'm a creepy crawler and I smell you. Yeah, that sounds freaky. Anyways, I could uh I have to send the link and then I'll get underneath my blanket. No, I'll open my stream and then I'll get underneath my blanket. Um Your past is always close behind, down in the underworld. Can I not even open it? Why is YouTube like this? Can't even open my own stream, huh? You know, I don't know why it said chat rate 1 if there's no one. I don't know. It's just my demons, whether there is or not anyone. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's done. Blanket time. Blanket time. Hopefully I don't forget to unmute. I didn't forget, and I have now blanketed. And now I switch scenes. I'm clearly past the start of the game. Clearly. I have my music volume up. I know it said copyright. I'm gonna risk it because I can't imagine narrating in pure silence. I'm not gonna pull up some like copyright free music, so we're just gonna hope for the best. Okay. Um, do I need to explain what I haven't streamed? I don't know. We're in a caravan on the way to places, doing things, caravanning. Monsters raw, and the fog. The fog is coming. The monsters are killing us because of the fog. I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding light blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes finally adjust do I see the dark shape before me. Oh, also I'm gonna stutter a lot. Like, I am not here to cook. Unfortunately, alas. My shift was 10 hours. I could never be here to cook. Ooh, so freaky. It looks like it would be, an origami, like a... what are they called? They're not yokai, right? Or are they yokai? Specifically the demonic ones. I'm not really sure, but it's... The point has been made. A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner. I freeze, but it swivels its head. A dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction and blink as one. Is there actually a dozen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You liar. In that moment, I sense its gnawing hunger, an emptiness that cannot be filled, no matter how much blood and flesh it consumes. That scared me. I'm sorry. I hope that's not loud on stream because I know it totally could be. It totally could be. The soulless lets out an ear-splitting shriek and charges me. I instinctively duck to the side, and the last? Huh? Hold on. Oh! Rid of the short notice, bro. Origami, Noragami, Carabiner. Yeah, it's not even short notice, it's just no notice. I'm here purely for caress, I am not sorry. No, you're valid. You're so valid. I don't actually know how to say my guy's name. All of their names are a little bit complicated. Leander, not so much. I'm assuming Min is just Min, right? I don't know. They have the confusing H. And then, yeah, I don't know how to say my guy's name. Who else is there? Kuras, obviously. I'm assuming it's Kuras. Kuras? Kuras? I don't know. Why are their names like that? Oh yeah, Ice. So is Veer just Veer? Or is it Vire? Or like... I don't know. Anyways, that's my guy. Vire. Vire. Like a beret. Yep. I'm gonna call him Vire for now on. Okay. I don't know how to... how do I set up my phone conveniently? It's charging from a very what? From a very short charger. Ferret! Ferret Vire. Okay. Where was I? I instinctively ducked to the side, and the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. A horse screams in the distance. I need to move now. If the soulless finds another victim, it won't be focused on me. At least, not right away. Oh god. The tense music? Oh, hell no. I'm not gonna make it to the city. As they said, there's no wrong. Doesn't hurt to save. It never hurts to save. Is saved properly? Okay. The music is so good. Right, that's why I don't want to turn it off. If I get copyright warnings, I'm gonna cry. I don't want to have to, like, take it down or anything, you know? It's a shame. Okay. At least I'm not monetized, so... it doesn't harm me in that aspect, but you do get warnings and whatnot. Where was I? Oh yeah, okay, I saved so I can head towards the wagon. That's what I feel like doing, but I'm always gonna save just in case. I take cover beside the wagon where the air is thick with greasy smoke. The fire eats through the gaping holes, spluttering, where lantern oil mixes with brackish water. Every person I see is dead or dying except one. Oh, forgive our sins. Guide us unto your hearth. We are worthy. We are worthy. A traveler grovels by the flames. I said this like 3 seconds ago. Like, I'm not here to cook. Unfortunately. Their hands clasped. I can't do it. I can't do it. Their hands clasped above their head in a fervent prayer. I glance upwards towards the gauzy lights of radiators visible in the fog runs thinnest. I don't pray, but the sight of the city is all I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching the opaque mist for the source, but the fogfall twists and stretches sound. Sound? Is that what that said? I'm not here. What orange? Orange! So, I picked the, like, Outcast orange. I think that orange is pretty cool, the exiled one. I like that orange. I picked the exile, and I'm playing as Eve. I think Exile E would be fun because Nuvi in when the time comes in is Exile basically. So, which one did you pick? Because I was curious. I was like, I wonder which one Auntie picked because these all sound awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. Where was I? Suddenly, the caravan's driver busts forth for the flag. Our eyes meet too light. He knocks me to the ground and slips in a patch of mud. The soulless instantly falls on him. Dimitri would kill me right now. He hates when I do this accent for no reason. It catches the driver by his throat and rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. He comes apart like wet paper, spilling intestines and... what the fuck is that word? It's so fitting. Oh. I have no idea how the MC acts yet, I'm not gonna lie. Not even, like, the slightest idea. Viscera? It's like visceral? Similar to visceral? Viscera? I can't imagine it being viscera. Or... yeah. I don't know. And a steaming tide. Fighting the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a hand. Shit! My hand catches at the jagged edge of a rib, turning up from gross. Bandages unfurl around the gouge, torn deep into my palm. The pain's quickly forgotten when a hand closes around my wrist. Yes, like visceral. Okay. Perfect. I don't know if I read this part or not. Can you stand? The praying traveler leans over me. We need to run. They reach for my hand, and I realize too late that my bandages have come undone. No, don't touch me! The sensation of their thumb brushing the back of my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch, and in the space of a breath, my curse takes hold. Oh my god. Their lips peel back into a deranged grin. Freaky! I'm not voice acting that. It is. Ha! No, I've seen this face countless times before. This is my curse, madness of my own making. Their grip on my hand tightens until the pain radiates from my knuckles. Let me go. Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath. Die! 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 Spit bubbles at the corners of their mouth and flecks my face. The edges of my vision darken as my lungs shriek for air. Fight them off? I can't imagine screaming would do much if they're literally choking you. I mean, I don't know. My nails gouge deep into the traveler's wrist, but no matter how much blood I draw, they don't flinch. Freaky. The more I struggle, the tighter their grip grows. My pulse hammers in my ears, slowing with each thudding beat. This can't be happening. I'm going to die, and not because of the fog of fall over the soulless, but because of my curse. Tears sting my eyes. No, not here, not like this. But then their hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. My vision clears, and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine. Lips still split in that macabre smile, even as blood seeps between their teeth. I give one last shuddering breath, and then slump over the claws hooked through their stomach. Yeah, that checks. The soulless shoves the body aside, its glowing eyes narrow as though grinning. Are those bones crunching? There's a flash of claws. Red spills across my vision. My thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth and the icy embrace of shallow water. I spot an arm resting on an outcrop of reeds. Mine, neatly severed at the elbow. I should have taken both arms. Without them, maybe I could have survived. Maybe I could have had a home. Instead, I'll die cold and alone in a desolate wasteland. A fitting end for a monstrosity like me. Please, my room is too dark for this to blind me. Ugh. Ugh. Get out. Get out. Ugh. Okay. If this is death, it's not as bad as I feared. The cold is gone, as is the choking stench of bog water. I could drift forever, cocooned in oblivion, until all thought and sensation vanished. No curse, nobody howling at me in madness and terror, nothing at all. The thought has terrible appeal to it. But I take a breath, and air pours into my lungs, then out again in a ragged gasp. Feeling comes flooding back. Warm cloth on my bare skin, a firm surface underneath me, a strange tang of sulfur in the air. Gay dating sim? Are we talking about the bus driver? Sorry. There's something wrong with me. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. I am indeed imitating the biblical angel joke. #poggers. #poggers indeed. I twist my head toward the voice. Tears flood my bleary eyes at the bright glow of lamplight. That's how I felt when you blinded me with a white screen, game. So hypocritical. See? I do not see, it's blurry. I'm joking. Awesome sauce. Try not to move. The voice is calm, steady, and commanding, but more importantly, it's a stranger's voice. One thought cuts through my mental fog. I have no idea who this is, and I'm completely at their mercy. Stay away from me! My words come out in a little more than a creaky whisper. Oh, sorry. Stay away from me! I clamp my mouth shut, hating how weak and helpless I sound. No. No? Who the hell is this? This Karen? This is more extension. This is indeed more extension impact. Oh, be quiet, Eve. I still have Underworld stuck in my head. I can't do this. Sighs dreamily. I'm glad he's the first one we see. I don't think I'm ready to see any of the others. I'll lie back down. I let myself slump back. It's like, what else can I do? Against the thin pillow, rinsing when the motion jolts my head. Ah, a cooperative patient. Thank you. The words swim in one ear and out the other without much comprehension. I pull the sheet up tighter, wiping my eyes until my vision— We get to see? Yeah! I get to see his beauty in full HD. Sorry. If there's a character in this I would like— Would you like Min? Huh. I don't think that you would like Beret. I don't think you would like Beret Man. Chorus? Probably not. Obviously chose to be stubborn next. I already forgot the rest. I don't think Ice? Is it just probably Ice? Ice? Oh, I don't know. I don't think that's Dimitri's type. The only one I can think is Min. Probably. Probably not, but erased it. No, probably not as valid. The only one I can think of is possibly Min, and he, they might be a little bit too... See, the issue is, when I think of characters that you would like, I think of whoever reminds you of Saren, and for what I know about them, they're not very Saren-coded. So the popcorn is great. It's so stupid. YouTube. The stranger towers over my prone form. Warm light. Limbs? Dude, this is like a vocabulary class. I never get the chance to stumble across new vocabulary. I always want to expand my vocabulary, but I just don't get the opportunity to do that. Even the books I read most of the time don't have any like unfamiliar words, so I kind of love opportunities that show me these words. But then again, it's not like I learn anything from them. What am I gaining? Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. If you've ever had a Burger King burger, something, I used to remember this word by word. I don't. Game. I'll just pick the prettiest one to me. So yeah, that I'm gonna send a photo to you. By that, I mean I'm literally just... No, I don't want Mental Health Innovation Network. I look up MIN, and it shows me Mental Health Innovation Network. It's quite literally MHIN. See, Mitru, the reason I think of Min being the closest is because visually that's the most similar to Sarah. But again, they're not very personality-wise. It's not like... I don't think that they have like a... it's like a second side to them. Or anything. Does that make sense? Not like a... like a freaky... cult guy... kinda... Oh my god, where's the photo? I had to screenshot it because Google won't even download. Okay. I sent it on Discord. Not really a good word to use in the sentence, huh? I have no idea what it even means. Context clues. Lenses, pristine, medical coat. The only thing I can think is like shows off. I don't know. It should be lines. Oh, huh. Fascinating. If I ever play this game. Well, I go bed by soon anyways, yeah. I was gonna say, because I know I'm streaming pretty late, and you always happen to miss my streams, but if you want to go to bed to it, you obviously can. I guess it does, but I don't like it. Valid. It's okay, like... okay, chat, is it Ifa or is it Ifa? Aoife looks more accurate to me. Or, I mean, sounds more accurate. He's nothing like Sarah. You're right. Oh, it is Aoife? Okay. I like Sarah, not a coincidence. I didn't know they'd write him to have... Oh. You're right, yeah. It's the circumstances and whatnot. I just saw the pretty edgy man and went, ooh. So yeah, I think you'd like them the most. But personality-wise, I don't know anything about them. But also, me, that's also one of the first characters I was like, ooh. Because of the white hair. Because I have a thing with guys with white hair. There's something fundamentally wrong with me. I've shaped my entire life around this stupid water dragon man. Stupid. My entire PC setup is gonna be blue and white. And not because I really, really like blue and white. No. It's just because that's what I associate with myself now. Literally Melanin More X. Literally! Gah! Okay, I'm supposed to be playing. I'm yapping. Who let me do this? I instinctively shrank back. And that's when I realized that I'm completely naked except for a thin linen sheet. Naked, lying on a low cot with a pair of sharp golden eyes watching my every move. The man's gaze flickers to my exposed, unbandaged hands. So, do we have two hands? Did we lose a hand? And what happened? I'm assuming we got, like, I was assuming we didn't actually die there. But I also know that there's like a Dewey of Twins. Good night, Dimitri. Report back another day. Yeah! So I heard something about like angels and whatnot. Is it actually like angels? I don't even know from where. So does that mean we did die to some extent? Or did someone find us on the outskirts of the city and was like, oh shit. It's only one technically. What the fuck? I'll figure out the more I play. I'm strange, cursed, inhuman. I brace myself for his inevitable disgust, but his courteous smile lingers. He just watches in placid silence as I struggle to make sense of my surroundings. Where am I? Who are you? Be calm. You are safe here. Whoever this is, he clearly has no idea who or what I am. I suppose the old hermit protected me as best as he could, but that time was short-lived. A lonely reprieve! Shattered by his death. Instagram stuff, so I know more than what it says in game. Yeah, that's valid. I was gonna say I'll get to that one day as well, but I don't know. I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied. I would love to go look at this and this and this and that another time, and then I never do. Rep. A lonely reprieve shattered by his death. I've never felt safe anywhere, or with anyone since. I scowl. So, I meant to say this earlier. Hypothetically, the old hermit, who would that be to Eve? Rhine-daughter? Allinus? Like, who? Whomstuff? Turin? Nah. I scowl, pulling the sheet protectively around myself. Where are my clothes? The man's golden eyes narrow slightly. A sharp sigh rustles the papers in his hands. I see you are not to be dissuaded. Your clothes were torn to shreds when I found you, but I procured replacements. Wow! Give me those replacements! This is cute background. I love the style of this, like, background art that they have. My daughter checks out. I mean, she did leave, and the hermit also did leave. So, those earrings, I know. Ah! So, like, when do I see Beret? Do I even get any Beret content? How much of the demo is the demo? Do we have content for each character to some extent? Previews further out. Dang it! Dang it! No! My furry! Sorry. It's too late for this. I've been going to bed at this time. Slash half joking. With a soft creak, he rises from his chair, giving me a better view of my surroundings. This looks like a medical clinic. Bottles of silvery alchemical concoction line the counters in neat rows. The air makes my nose twitch, a faint whiff of smoke and something distinctly metallic. The doctor produces a large, dense bundle of cloth, which he sets at the foot of my cot. He's easily a head taller than most, and I have to crane my neck to look at him. I know who's also a head taller than most. Morax Genshin impact. And a little bit. With them if you pick them to follow. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. Me right now. He's taller than Morax. I would assume he is. If they're like, not capitalizing, but like if they're highlighting the height of him, I'm assuming he's like real tall. 6'6". Goddamn. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Where was I? Could you step out? Which one do I say? I think I'd say thank you. I should be polite, and then I say, can you step out, honestly. That's what I would say. So I extremely... Especially since I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me. Thank you. Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! You are very welcome. I will leave you to get dressed. The curt nod, he leaves through a narrow door. I hear a soft click as the lock turns behind him. When I don't hear any more footsteps, I reach for the bundle of clothes. An itch on my elbow stops me short. I reach down. That's what happened! That's why we have hands and not hand? Oh! That's why we have plural hand? Nix was not polite. Yeah, that checks. I'm like, oh, what would I do even though I'm supposed to be playing as Eve, but looks around suspiciously. I am Eve. Eve is me. So I reach down absently to rub at it, then freeze when my fingers meet a neat line of stitches. I know what I saw. That beast took my arm clean off, and yet the limb shows no sign of injury apart from the black stitches poking through my skin. I gingerly flex my fingers, feeling my heart race at the sensation. This is impossible. I should be dead, or at the very least, gasping out my last breaths. I cannot speak. I squeeze my eyes shut, waiting for the pleasant dream to unravel, to wake up and find myself bleeding out in the swamp. Nix is me with audacity. The audacity! But nothing happens. The seconds tick by, and my arm remains resolutely. I'm not here. My surroundings pristine and quiet. In numb disbelief, I grab the It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't. My replacement clothes, I begin stiffly pulling them on. They're thicker and warmer than mine were, bundled with a black woolen cloak. But there's one thing still missing. My bandages. The doctor didn't leave me with any, though I know he saw my hands. I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps towards one of the drawers. If this is indeed a doctor's clinic, there must be bandages somewhere. I start opening drawers at random, and of course, that's when the door swings open. Are you looking for something? I whirl around, clutching a thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him, but my legs bump up against the cot. Your caution is understandable, though if I meant you any harm, you would know. That doesn't make me feel better in the slightest, but he makes no move toward me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and mottled skin disappear under a layer of cotton. May I ask why you need additional bandages? I can help if you tell me what ails you. I doubt it. Traveling to Iridia was a gamble born of desperation rather than hope. Nothing has come close to curing my curse, and yet my left arm twitches. The arm that was severed before my very eyes. The doctor's unblinking gaze follows my every move. It's clear he won't drop this without some sort of answer. The bandages protect me, and they warn others to stay away. I've tried every way of covering my hands, and this works best. Most people avoid touching me as soon as they see the bandages. An illness, then, or a less mundane affliction spread by contact. I flinch. He doesn't even sound surprised, and that's far too close to the truth for comfort. Nix's method makes him smile. Man, he's hot. I fix him with the coldest glare I can muster, yet he serenely holds my gaze. I am not easily intimidated. I hastily break eye contact, but he says nothing more. At least he doesn't seem angry. I shake my head. I need to know more about this doctor before he figures me out. Who are you? You may call me And where exactly am I? Iridia, which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can think of nowhere else for a group of travelers to go. Iridia. So I made it to the City of Knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but oh, my subconscious literally have 8k words in a current stock. 8k! 8k! What the fuck? That's a lot of words. I have written no words at all whatsoever. At all. I desperately wish for the time. Maybe when I get my PC, I'll try and throw out a bit of words. I wonder, I never thought about that. How would it feel to write at a PC instead of a laptop? I'm so used to writing on laptops. And phones. Remember the days? I literally wrote more on my phone than I do now, which is crazy. Anyways, how did I end up here? I brought you to my clinic, of course. You were the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment. Which you provided? Yes. He says it so simply, as if I'm a small child, and he's explaining basic addition to me. 2 + 2 equals fish. I frown and flex the fingers on my recently healed arm. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine. Thoroughly attached to me. You're saying that you stitched my arm back on? Pardon? A soulless attacked the caravan. It ripped everyone to shreds. It tore my arm clean off. But when I woke up here, healing such a mortal wound should be impossible. Either this man is lying, or in possession of power beyond that of mortals. Neither option is particularly comforting to me. The doctor, Kuras, pinches the bridge of his nose. He sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. I do not know where you come from, but Iridia is the city of knowledge and deadly secrets alike. Information is power, and one should not give or receive it freely. Beyond that of mortals. Why are you giggling? Since you refuse to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I do not even know your name. I was just... You are new to Iridia, so I will overlook the specific breach of etiquette. Do not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand? He glances at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath though I am to admit it, he has a point. I am a complete stranger to him, yet he saved my life. I take a deep, steadying breath. This time when I speak, I sound a bit more like myself. Eve. My name is Eve. It is a pleasure to meet you, Eve. There's a little more warmth in his smile, his polite demeanor back in an instant. Thank you for saving my life. I chance a smile in return. Even if you won't explain how he did the impossible. His smiling right, his smile. There's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Caress. Think nothing of it. I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but his words only raise more urgent questions. A little scrunch around the eyes, yes. Ah. I have to ask, why did you save me? You don't know me. He's so shocked. Oh my god. The question seems to startle Caress. I could hardly leave you to die in the wastes. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. Yeah, I've never met a doctor who also handed out free clothes. My fingers find the edge of the cloak. There's a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what price Caress might demand for such well-made clothes. No, I suppose not. Forgive my presumption. I rarely come across such a fascinating patient. I blink. What did he just say? Oh. I simply meant that few would cling to life so resolutely, or brave such a perilous journey to Iridia. I could not help being curious about you, Eve. His voice dips to a soft murmur, so probably so away from you. You can be curious. You're pretty curious yourself. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. You pointing out the smug, face and the attitude is just, it's making it even worse. Why is he like this? I need a drink on this. Water. Where did my cap go? Oh. Oops. I'm dropping my foot everywhere. Am I? Well, I haven't forgotten about my arm. I wiggle my intact fingers at him. Clearly not. But you haven't asked me for any payment either. I require none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and leaving you destitute in a strange place would be unethical. I fall silent, unsure of what to say. Nobody would help a horror like me for free. There has to be some kind of catch or trick, right? A loud knock at the front door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else. Duty calls. Unfortunately, you are not my only patient today. The knocking grows more insistent, and Caress lets out a tired sigh. Please wait. Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops. Do you need anything before you leave, Eve? Oh. Between the soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Uridia in the first place. I need directions to the cenobium. Is it cenobium or is it cenobium? I just realized. Because I was reading it as, now I don't remember what I was originally reading it as. Yeah, your number. I like it. His face is so awesome. Cenobium? How was I saying it? Was I saying cenobium or cenobium? I think I was saying cenobium. But cenobium sounds a lot more like bium. Yeah, now I have absolutely no idea how I want to say this word. I feel like I'm gonna cenobium. Cenobium? I'll figure out how I want to say this the next time the word comes up. The look on his face is downright chilling. Yeah, downright hot too. He pauses, choosing his words with cold deliberation when he speaks again. Whatever you seek, it is very unlikely. He's still hot. Exactly. Whatever you seek, it is very unlikely you will find it there. The gates open for precious few visitors. And even if they opened for you, you would not like what you found inside. My heart sinks. Is he saying that I came all this way for nothing? Risked life and limb for nothing? Yeah, risked your arm! No, that can't be. I've only just arrived, and Iridia is the largest city still standing. There has to be a cure for me here. Then if not... Oh my god. Then if not the cenobium. I think my brain is reading it as cenobium now. But no, now that sounds wrong. Cenobium. I don't know. I'll switch it up. I'll pronounce it differently each time. I don't know anymore. Where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Iridia? I shake my head. Then I suggest a local guide. Head to the Wetwick and ask for Leander. Ooh, the leader of the Adderstone. Excuse me? The wet what? Mary Marie. The wet what? The wet wig? He sounds deeply unamused. I don't know about him, but I'm very amused. I like that they point out that he seems unamused. Like, of course he is. But, I mean, the wet wig does sound a little bit funny, doesn't it? Follow the Adderstone postings. They are difficult to miss. When you meet Leander, tell him I sent you. That isn't much to go on, but Kuros points towards the back door. You will be safe so long as you do not draw attention to yourself. That's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention. If you require my assistance, if you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish. Though he's smiling, there's a note of finality in his voice. Nix made fun of it in the first story too before I reacted like that to the name. Stop smiling. He loves smiling, huh? There's a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door. Tell me why I thought these were cat ears. This would be such a cute cafe design. I want to live here! I find myself standing in a narrow and rather gloomy alley. I pull the new cloak up over my nose, studying for the contents of empty chamber pots. Something weighs heavily inside one of the cloak's pockets. My coin purse. Every last coin that I'd scraped together for the traitor is still inside. The purse doesn't even look like it was opened. There were so few coins to begin with, they probably weren't worth stealing. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Chris didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said that in Iridia, secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? It's not exactly a comforting thought. Still, no matter why he did it, Chris gave me a second chance and a lead him where I might find help. I'll repay him with a date, trust. What kind of date would he even like? He seems like he wouldn't like the typical things. He'd be amused by the typical things. I'd better get going before he changes his mind. One just like Morax. I squeeze out of the alley. So yapping over tea? A nice walk? Yeah. An adventure for some rare flower? Where was that? I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. The line outside Kura's clinic stretches down the road. Two thin peddlers queue alongside withered elders. If any place is in desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. Just don't tell him. Let him tell you to sing to said flower. He wants to see you get attacked. The cobblestones are treacherously rough underneath my feet. Deep grooves worn by them regular... What? I can't do this. I can't do this. I need to do my Duolingo. I need to do my Duolingo. Oh my god. It's glaring at me. Why is it doing that to me? I just remembered I have Jinshi sitting on my shirt. Oh, also, I don't really do Duolingo. I hit a year streak, but I don't really do Duolingo anymore. I haven't had time to study at all. Ever since we started work, they even abandoned my Anki, which I was progressing so well with, and it's really upsetting, but no energy for that. And so Duolingo, I've just been doing every single day one single lesson of san ni ich ni san ni ichi san, that kind of thing. Literally just the kanji for it. It's so easy, and I'm still like barely keeping up. It's so easy to forget about it. Let me out. 370. The cobblestones are treacherously rough underneath my feet. Deep grooves worn between my regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Iridia was a river city, but I didn't expect it to look so polluted. The buildings are tired, dilapidated, all crammed together in narrow streets. I only do characters like these so far. They've started not putting pronunciation over the words. What the hell? I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it! Yeah, again, Duolingo's never optimized enough, and it's definitely frustrating. It's funny that the game mentions that, because I'm also getting really hungry right now. I had food when I was on my way home, but it wasn't enough sustenance. because I didn't get to eat most of my shift. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over to me, and my stomach gives a faint gurgle. Microwave pho. I want some pho. I'm hungry. I don't know if I still have that yakisoba or not, but I don't really want to go away from stream to go make it, so I think I'd make it after. But then I'm gonna forget and watch. Especially, I have to open at 6 a.m. tomorrow. It's 11 p.m. Work is not for the weak. Not with the schedules that I have. This morning's catch, fried up hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today. Fog-mutated catches are always a gamble. What is this? Dredge? This is literally dredge. This is literally dredge. Ew. But beggars can't be choosers. I duck underneath the stall's grimy awning. A large fish leers up at me, its 3 bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crispy batter. The vendor gives me a gap-toothed grin. What's the cheapest thing you've got? The vendor points at the middle basket of what looks like long strips of savory fried dough. Fresh long lads. Why are they fresh? And why are the lads long? Okay. 3 copper apiece. Don't burn your mouth. I take the coins out, counting them gingerly. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. 2 streets later, I prass? What? Don't ask questions, you don't want the real answer. 2 streets later, I pass under a wrought iron archway adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. Wow. The buildings in this corridor are a dizzying riot of color, painted walls and tinted glass everywhere I look. Sheer red and pink curtains flutter in open doorways. Musical voices call out invitingly. Incense mingles with the pungent scent of flowers, barely covering the salt and musk of warm bodies. This must be Iridia's entertainment district. I'm polishing off my food and dusting the crumbs from my hands when I spot a poster. A poster! It features the silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the words, "The Adderstone," printed above his head. If Leander is the leader of the Adderstone, then the face printed on the poster is likely his. I followed the line of identical posters around a corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up, faded orange letters read, "The Wet Wick." The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days, but I hear faint music and laughter coming from inside. Wow. It's not even midday yet. The week is packed. A loose collection of iridiums. I'm getting really tired, so I think my mumbling is getting even worse. A loose collection of iridiums crowd the bar, taking up the tables and gathering in the spaces between. They speak amongst each other in hushed voices, their faces strong and grave. Seeing so many bodies packed. No, really. Seeing so many bodies packed would not have guessed. Yeah, I make it so obvious. I say this while my eyes are crossing because I'm so exhausted. All the more reason to find Leander quickly. Leander! A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring, and I'm considering searching the bar when a loud voice carries across the room. Now, I'm no prior or curator. I'm not much for paperwork or pencil pushing, and honestly, I don't even think those robes come in my size. I crane my neck, but the crowd is too dense for me to see the speaker. Gather around. I want to show you all something. There's no time to move out of the way. The audience surges toward the center of the room in a sudden torrent. I'm caught and swept along with them. Hey! The clatter of falling chairs and tables being shoved aside drowns out my complaints. I thrash and throw out my elbows as heavy bodies press into mine. My hip knocks into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself, but the crowd has stilled. A pair of gilded boots try to cross the tabletop. Ooh la la! If you want nothing but guidelines, impractical policies, and needless bureaucracy, I almost pronounced bureaucracy wrong. That's how much I'm going through it. I almost said bureaucracy, or something like that. Needless bureaucracy, yeah. You know where to go. I drag my eyes upward. Hello! A man towers on the table in front of me, arms spread as he addresses his cramped audience. But I'm not going to wait for word from on high. His impassioned words provoke nods and excited whispers. Yeah, Asa's wife! But nothing, I remember Asa talking about Leander. Yeah. I too, from what I remember, like Leander. But I don't know what made... Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I don't remember anything I talked about this game last time, I'm not gonna lie. But nothing is as captivating as his brilliant smile. He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage. And unlike those clerics, I don't need the abbesses approval to, because I almost said abscess, approval to cast a spell or two. As he raises his hands above the audience, the dagger-shaped earring dangling from his left ear catches the light in a flash of gold. Oh, I can envision that scene so well. It seems I found Leander. These are our streets. We make our own luck here. He snaps, and a fail? Wait, did I say fail? I think I almost said fail plash. And a flash of pale green light erupts from his hand. Whoosh! Ooh, I get blinded. Okay, but like that's like objectively beautiful. With a flick of his wrist, Leander conjures a ribbon of glittering light. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals unfurl. Leander raises the flowers with a flourish, and the bar bursts into clapping and cheers. Woo! Woo! A magic demonstration was the last thing I expected from a place called the Wet Wick. Leander plucks the shimmering flowers out of the air and turns in a slow circle. Now, who could use some good luck? Eager onlookers scoot closer to the table, but Leander's cool green eyes slide right over them and look on me instead. How about you? My chest grows tight. Suddenly, I'm in the spotlight. Yeah, I don't know which one to choose, clearly. I guess who am I to say no to some flower? Oh shit. My laptop! Where's my charger? Last time it did this in VC, I think. I was streaming and it literally died on me, and I don't want that to happen midstream. So... Is it charging properly? I hope so. I don't know, I got a new extension cord and I'm like... worried that it's not working 24/7, so I think it's fine. I hope it's fine. Anyways, I don't want me taking the flowers to make this go a certain way because I obviously have a certain someone that I want to meet first. So I hope it's not gonna be like, oh yeah, like, you know, because it's the original time of meeting him anyway. I reach out to take the flowers from him, all too aware of my trembling fingers. There's no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. As soon as the lilies leave Leander's hand, they dim and they fade away in a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs underneath his breath. That's the problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right? He grins at me, and I find myself smiling back. Leander steps off the table, dropping among the excited crowd with a clink. Alright, show's over. Back to work, everyone. The audience disperses and Leander heads toward the bar. Now's my chance. I start after him, only to find myself face to face with one of his followers. Where do you think you're going? I need to talk to Leander. You and half of Flowtown. Leander's busy right now. Adderstone business. Come back tonight. After the moment we shared, surely Leander can spare a word. The follower crosses her arms, unmoved. I glance over her shoulder, hoping to catch a glimpse of Leander. As though sensing my gaze, he looks up, and for a moment our eyes lock. Then Leander turns away to murmur something to the group gathered around him. The follower moves to block my view. You hear me? I'm not looking for trouble. This Dr. Kura said I should find Leander. That's... She's interrupted by a hand resting on her shoulder. Kura sent you? He said you could help me. On tea when Kura's mentioned. Leander nods at the woman, and she steps aside wordlessly. Follow me. He leads me to the crowded bar. There's so little room that his broad shoulder presses against mine. I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Sorry about that. The Adderstone watch out for one another, but they can be overprotective at times. Want you in my prison no matter what name he holds? Yeah, it's okay, me too. Me when otters are mentioned, that kind of vibe. Lesson learned. Leander flashes me a broad grin. You're new to Iridia, aren't you? He says it with a genuine air of curiosity. Do I stick out that much? No, but I'm certain I'd remember seeing a face as lovely as yours around Lowtown? Lowtown? My eyes drop to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery, and being this close makes eye contact difficult. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us. What'll it be? Surprise me, and add anything my friend wants to my tab. Nouvellette mention? Lowtown, yeah? I don't know why I felt the need to immediately... I guess? Town? Wow, I think that's why. Are you just letting Bill in? Oh, okay, good night. Are my clothes done in the washing machine? Okay. I'm honestly gonna probably try and find a spot to end off soon. While the bartender leaves to fix her drinks, Leander leans his elbows on the counter. His sleeves right up, revealing a long raised scar. I catch myself following its winding path across his forearm. Leander's eyes wander over me in return. When they lock on my bandaged hands, a bitter taste rises in my throat. Here come the questions. Is there any chance Kura sent you here for cheap drinks or barely edible appetizers? No. He pushes his hair back from his forehead, sighing when it immediately falls back. That's hot. So that's the doctor for you. Always business. I'm not sure he even knows how to relax. The bartender pushes a pair of our glasses our way. One pair of glasses our way. I didn't realize how thirsty I am until the cool water touches my lips. Beside me, Leander takes a deep swig from his glass. So, how can I help you? I need to get to the cenobium. As soon as the word cenobium leaves my mouth, the group standing nearby falls silent. From the wary looks thrown my way, it's clear I've broken some taboo. It had to be the cenobium. I still don't know. Leander pushes away from the counter. Let's continue this conversation outside. I rise to follow him. You know, I feel like Leander would have some kind of British accent. Like a very subtle one, but definitely there. Like a raspy, like very, anti-soft spoken. Layers upon layers of frayed and faded. What? Frayed and faded? Are so hard to pronounce together. Adderstone posters plaster the walls. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his printed likeness is impressive if abstract. Kurus didn't send you here to ask for a personal escort to the Cenobium, did he? From his tone, he already knows the answer. No. He suggested that I reconsider. Yet here you are, asking about a guide anyway. He looks at me expectantly. I don't want to tell him about my curse. The less people know about my monstrous capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer. Are you aware of Iridia's particular currency? Information's worth its weight in gold here. I don't care much for outdated traditions, so I'll be completely honest. The Cenobium won't help you. They're more likely to torture you than lend you a hand. But the Cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary. The Cenobium has always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a fading world. If any place held answers, it would be the Cenobium. That's why I came here. Leander nods patiently. You're not the first person to fall for their propaganda. I grew up idolizing the Cenobium. I wanted nothing more than to join their ranks, to learn magic from the best, to make a real difference. I was young and blinded by the legends and legacy. I was so damn naive. He shakes his head. All it took was one trip here to Lowtown to show me the truth. Unless you've got a heavy purse or a high-born blood, the Cenobium doesn't give a damn. They'll never open their gates for the ones who needed help the most. Then it's all a lie. Things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Such a simple statement, and yet it leaves me reeling. Leander watches me as the weighing something in his mind. But that doesn't mean you're hopeless. Far from it. I founded the Outer Stone to help people like you. We settle disputes, slay feral soulless. Hell, we've even been known to patch a leaky roof or two. Whatever troubles you, we can help. Free of charge. I'm shaking my head before he's even finished his speech. My patience is wearing dangerously thin. I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander doesn't look remotely surprised. Then, you're looking for help with something serious. Something not even Kurus could crack. It must be truly a remarkable problem if you came all the way to Iridia searching for help. Tell me, how can I help you? Leander may not work for the Cenobium, but he is a mage, a powerful one if his demonstration earlier is any indication. Indecision nods at me. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this might be my only path forward. My confession comes out in a strained whisper. I'm cursed. He looks me up and down, taking in my thighs, my face, my eyes, and finally my hands. Is that why you bandage your hands? My touch is dangerous. It changes people, hurts them. Before I've even finished, Leander pulls his left glove off. He flexes his fingers and grins. All right, let's see it. As he offers me his hand, a prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm, but I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is. I won't allow myself to hurt him. To see his kind face unrecognizably warped. I don't want to hurt you. I'll be fine, trust me. I've seen enough curses and hexes to last me 2 lifetimes, but I'm still standing. Do you really think Kurus would send you here if I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today. I'm twice as good as any Cenobium mage. If anyone can help you, it's me. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. If you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. What? He said what? You can tie me up first if it makes you feel better. His attempt at levity does little to comfort me. With each joint I expose, I grow increasingly certain that this is a terrible idea. But if he's bothered by by how my hand looks, he doesn't show it. All right, deep breath on my count. My fingers hover shakily over Leander's palm. 3, 2, 1. Oh God. Because I do want to touch him. I tap his palm once, as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. Heart racing, my eyes dart to his face, but Leander only smiles gently. See? It can't be. When I reach for his palm again, Leander catches my wrist before I can pull back. I told you, there's really nothing to worry about. He trails off and my thumb grazes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain a clear, soft green. Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of his palm, lost in an awareness I wasn't anticipating. It's not as though I've never been touched before. My curse only extends to my hands, and desperation spurs creativity. But all that pales in comparison to this. I've never experienced such intimacy. My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail. The grooves along his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the bones in his wrist. For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine hammers as fear gives way to excitement. Oh God. I think that's enough for now. I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandages to lie flat. I can't believe that worked. I've really forgotten my manners. May I ask your name? I'm Eve. Eve, this curse of yours is unlike anything I've ever seen before. I can tell you're careful, but it's best to keep this between us. Are you staying in Lowtown? I pause. Grim and bored with something I'd yet to consider. I don't know. Let's get you properly settled then. Yeah! The wake is noticeably quieter. Without their leader, most of Leander's followers have dispersed or, in a few cases, fallen asleep beside their drinks. Got any rooms left? Or did my lock grab them all to sleep it off? The bartender, who I now realize doubles as an innkeeper, slides a key onto the counter. The usual room. My loot! My loot! Leander's laugh sounds slightly strained. No, not today. This is just for my friend Dave. My loot is pretty dull, man. Right, stay as long as you'd like. You two have fun. Have fun? I hesitate. My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room. How much do I owe you? Nothing. My treat, since you shared your secret. Food, drink, a warm bed, anything you need. Carefully, I take the key from him. It's small but heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed in Iridia, let alone free meals. The thought of an entire room to myself sounds unbelievably luxurious. Thank you. Iridia is twice as dangerous as it is wondrous. Be careful out there, and if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me. I nod, taking one last look at the gleaming bronze key before tucking it into the pocket of my cloak for safekeeping. Leander gives me a friendly wave before returning to the bar. I love him. I love him so much. He's so sweet, genuinely. I love him. This bedroom is beautiful. I want it. I deeply desire this bedroom. Dust glitters in the sparse rays of light illuminating the room. The furniture is tired, the walls cracked, and a large lumpy bed serves as the centerpiece. I can't remember the last time I slept in a bed, and I never imagined I'd sleep in one tonight. Yeah, 'cause you imagined that you died. That's what you imagined. When I collapse onto the bed, the springs let out shrill squeaks. What? Shrill squeaks? Shrill squeaks. Kitty, what are you doing? Don't attack the dogs just because I accidentally kicked you. I'm tied and met an angel. I was stretching, Kitty. Don't look at me like that. Hey. Finally, I can allow myself to rest. My eyes fall shut before long. I want this bedroom. But, as much as I hate to say it, I am gonna end stream here. I do want to play more. I would play more if I wasn't streaming, for sure. At least a little bit more, but I'll save just in case, because I don't know if it's like a continue game type of save. That was very much fun. Too bad your person was next. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would literally continue if, you know, But alas, I have a 6 a.m. shift. I'd love to do it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to. I want to try and get a hair dye and do that tomorrow, but can't sleep. I shall attempt. I don't have enough free time, so I end up just staying up late into the night. Ah. The husband monster form. Oh boy. This is so much fun. I love this game a lot so far already. But also playing this makes me be like, I need to play Obscura as well, and I need to play Homicide, I need to play everything. Ah! I'll never break free! I'll never break free! Hopefully I can get things done tomorrow because I get off work early, but who knows? Who daily darn knows? Anyways, I end stream. Good night. I need the sleep. Hopefully stream soon again. Goodbye.